For those who are overwhelmed by content creation, what's one small shift they can make to start seeing real results?
Stop going. Well, I'll say this. Don't go through the motions of it. It's the difference between, are you cooking a meal or are you going for the fast food of your business? If you're cooking a meal, then you're going to take your time to make sure that each ingredient it hits properly. If it's fast food, then it's like, I don't have time to do this. And so you just kind of throw everything into a bag. Here it is in the marketplace. And you've got to determine, is what you're giving to the marketplace for you or for them? If it's for you, well, then I don't have time to do this. So let me get this out the door because you're bothering me with the demand on what it is that I've got to do to get in front of you to cause you to buy from me. If it's for them, then it's okay, let me do this and let me take the time that is needed in order to make sure that you fully understand how this is going to benefit you and how this is going to solve your problems. So, what is necessary for that to take place? And then you do that. There's a difference. If I'm about me, then I'm going the convenience fast food route. If I'm about you, then I'm going to make sure that you're serviced well and I'm going to charge you well for it as well. Okay. This is not where I take time and then I don't make it cost effective. I have to charge you well in order to make sure that I can sustain business to serve you well. And I think that that is where people also miss it, is that they start to, and I'm not saying everybody, but those that are struggling in this area, they are making their business a commodity and they're not charging what's necessary in order to maintain the team that they need to maintain in order to serve the client at the highest level. So they end up doing the client a disservice, unfortunately, and themselves a disservice, unfortunately, because they're looking at the person who is turning out, let's say, like websites, for example. Oh, well, my service, I put up websites for $79 a site. Okay. And then that person who is now trying to beat price, they say, well, I guess I could put it up for 59, but it's going to take them 10 hours to do it. 10 hours, that's $5.90 an hour. And it takes them a whole team. So the whole team has to split $5.90 an hour. Okay? That's the reality of it. Now, when you charge properly, you say, okay, well, I'm not actually in the market for the client who is wanting to pay $79 for me to put a website up. I deliver quality, and these are the things that I do. And these are the numbers that I help my client achieve by doing what I do at the top level. So, who's your client? What is their income range? You know, what is it that what you do can help them achieve? Will it help increase their business by $100,000 per year? And you're charging $20,000 to do a website? Well, then you've increased what they have invested in your services. You've increased them by a factor of five. Is it that what you do is going to help them make millions of dollars over the years? Well, now that you only charge them $50,000 to make millions, again, you have increased them exponentially, but you have to be solid on those numbers, which means that you've got to understand the client, you've got to understand the needs, you've got to understand the industry. So that means you've got to do your research. And that's where you start asking questions. Tell me about what it is that you want to achieve, client A. Tell me what it is that you've done that has not worked. Tell me what it is that you have budgeted in order to make sure that you've got things covered, bases covered. You know, what are you currently working with? What tools do you have at your disposal? You have to get granular with them in order to understand these are the things that they've got going on. And this is a fit or this is not a fit. If they tell you, look, I've got only $5,000 to do this, and you know that it's going to take at least a minimum of $10,000 to do a mediocre job, that's not your client, and then you have to be okay with walking away and saying, that's great. Here's the type of clientele that I work with. Let me give you a referral because I do know folks who give $5,000 sites, and then you pass them on to maybe a colleague who does that type of work, and then you may have a relationship that's already built in with that colleague, and then you get your commission off of that. Maybe you're an affiliate of that colleague. Hey, I can only take this level and up of clientele. That level and down, I'm passing to you. If you're good with that, we can make an arrangement. So you help build their business, you help make sure that you're still profitable, but you're not taking on business that is going to actually tank your business because you can't afford to do $5,000 sites.